Do you have hair? Are you a terrorist? What's that thing on your head? Is it a rug? Can I use it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are just some of the things that people have been telling me, so I decided it's time to make a video about this. Allow me to introduce myself. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. I am Sahar Razai. And no, I'm not a terrorist. And no, I'm not forced to wear this thing on my head. That's definitely not a rug, by the way. Um, I'm actually a person, believe it or not. Yeah, shock. So, I think the best way to answer these questions is to tell you about me, so that way you get to understand me more. So, I'm from Afghanistan. Um, And in Afghanistan, my dad used to be a really great businessman. He used to own export import, but unfortunately, that was all taken away because of the war that was going on in Afghanistan, where the Russians invaded us. So, the main thing that I remember from Afghanistan was the smell of the animals and how they were being up for sale in the bazaars. Little did we know that my mom was going through breast cancer, and we couldn't worry about this because we were trying to survive. We were trying to get out of Afghanistan because we heard like missiles, and we were just trying to get paperwork to get us out of there. And my mom was the one who was doing that, so she didn't really worry about her health. So, but no matter how hard she tried to fight breast cancer, it eventually took her. And so the next thing I knew, we were at her funeral. The thing that I remember about her funeral was we were putting her in her coffin, and everybody was crying, just crying. And I was thinking, why is everyone crying? Shouldn't this be a good thing? She is now moving on to her next life. She's going to heaven. And so this lady comes up to me and she says, "Do you know who that is?" But in Farsi. So she was like, "Mifumi ukiyast?" And I was like, "Of course. Oh, churane." And she was like, she just looked at me like I grew three heads or something, like really, like oh my gosh, like. And I was like, "Yeah, that's my mom," which made her even cry even more. And then I heard the voice of my brother calling me, and I said, "Can I help you? What do you need?" And he was like, "Can you go bring me a pillow?" So I went and I brought him a pillow, and then before I gave it to him, I looked at him, and he was kind of just beating his head on the wall, like it was his fault or something. So I gave him the pillow, and he just threw it. Like he forgot that I was supposed to bring him a pillow, and he just threw it. And I was like, okay, time for me to leave. Like, I do not know what to even do. So I left. And so that was pretty much what I remember about the funeral. And then we were on the plane the next day getting to Idaho. Um, so we came there, we were new and we didn't know anything. The thing that I remember about Idaho was that we were buying a ball, we were going shopping, and I saw this blue ball, this light dark blue ball from like Target. And I was like, okay, we're buying this. I want to play with this. And so we took it home, and my brothers wanted to play with it. So he kicked it, and it hit like the top of the glass, and the whole thing just shattered. And at first I was shocked, and then I moved a little. That was like one of the worst thing I ever did, because when I moved, a little piece of glass just hit my, like, the side of my eye, and there's still like a scar, and I had to get 8 stitches because the glass went in and I started to bleed. But before that, I asked my brothers, "Was I bleeding?" Like, duh. They all said yes. So, but I ran and crying like, "Oh my god, I'm bleeding!" But I didn't really feel the pain or how bad it was until afterwards, which was weird. But my dad he was taking a shower, I don't know if he heard the shatter of the glass or anything, but he was in the shower and he came out, and then my brother reluctantly told him I what had happened. And so the first thing he did, of course, was yell like, "Didn't I tell you not to play with the ball inside the house? How dare you?" Or in other words, "Open the sack, chikadi." So thankfully we had a Muslim neighbor, where because we were new and we didn't know where the hospital was or where we were gonna go. My dad didn't even know how to drive. As a matter of fact, he was usually on his bicycle and we would travel in his bicycle because he never had to learn that. So we went to our neighbors and they showed us where to go, and that's where I got my stitches. از تو دورم از تو دورم از تو دورم تنها شدم تنها آسوده از هوا شدم از بس که خوردم خون دل چون هاش ازم من نگویم که مرا از قفس آزاد کنه آزاد.
ساز قطقه با این ساز قطقه دختر بیا پای بزن
درخت دوستی بنشان که کام دل بباراره درخت دوستی بنشان که کام دل بباراره نهال دشمنی برکن که رنج به شما راره نهال دشمنی برکن که رنج به شما راره درخت دوست.
Okay, so that's it for episode 1. If you like, please subscribe and just wait for episode 2. Stay tuned.